Hey, welcome back. And the only difference I've done right now is to add a little bit more blue to my palette. Before I go much further, I want to do some shading. I haven't done much shading except to indicate it in the actual drawing, which I did with a ballpoint pen. So now I'm adding some blue mixed with some green to make some shadow under the undersides of the critter. I'm using the largest brush I can use and still be effective. Um, that's something a lot of people do. A lot of people don't. They go in with the tiniest brushes they own and do the whole painting in fussy, fiddly little microscopic detail. They're not wrong. Um, they're just not me. If I was told you have to approach your paintings this way, then I think I would be utterly bored and I would just say, well, I might as well go get a job soldering circuit boards together or something like that because I'm just not interested in doing that. I'm going to make a little border around the edges. It's a very loose, informal kind of border. I had it indicated there before with a scribbly ballpoint pen line. It doesn't mean anything, it's just a border. Just to kind of box in my design. So there we go. I've got a shadow under his jaw. I've got a shadow under his eyebrow ridge and under his neck there. He suddenly looks a bit more solid and three-dimensional. I want to add just a bit more, really just under, well, okay, he's got a nostril right there, we'll do that. I want to go just under the rim of his upper jaw. He doesn't have a lip as such. And then there's going to be a bit of shadow cast by these ridges, these kind of spiky scales that he has a double row of going along his back. So that will cast a bit of a shadow onto the top of his body there. And that will just about do it for that. So having done that, I think I'll grab some more yellow. My paint is starting to dry pretty quickly. It is the month of August, and it is a suburb of Phoenix, Arizona. And the weather is hot and dry. It's humid for us, which means nothing for the rest of the world. By our standards, it's humid because there's 2 digits to the humidity instead of 1. But still, it's quite dry, and the paint is going to solidify very quickly. I'm posting these videos every day, but there was actually only a couple minutes in between each session here because the paint just doesn't take long, not long at all to dry. So as I create these lighter patches, it's kind of showing you where the top of his form is and where the light is catching the sort of almost flat surface of his back and the back of his neck. Sadly, I don't have an actual model to look at, so I have to just base that on my experience with the rest of my life, which is, that things are lighter when the light hits the surface. And you're going to have that effect. You're going to learn that effect when you take a drawing class and draw things like a bowl of fruit. And you're going to say, why do I need to draw a bowl of fruit? I want to draw dragons. Well, because if you learn to draw and paint a bowl of fruit, you're going to be better at drawing and painting dragons. Because you have a better sense of how light hits forms, how it changes direction, and it makes something look three-dimensional or like it's casting a shadow. Bowls of fruit are accessible. They're easy to come by. You can go to the grocery store and get some fruit, or go to the craft store and buy some plastic fruit. It really is not an important difference when you're just learning shapes, shadows, highlights, colors, composition. Yeah, use plastic fruit. Use what you've got. If you don't have any fruit of any kind in your house and you want to sit down and do a still life, there are objects in your house. There's something in your house. There's a can of beans, or there's a wastebasket, a pencil sharpener, pair of scissors, a hammer. You have objects in your house, and you can sit and paint pictures of those, and you will learn a tremendous amount of stuff that you won't learn. You simply will not learn if you don't take the time to sit down and do that. So sit down and do that. And it'll be quite rewarding, and you might actually find that you like it very much and want to continue to do it. I love painting, and it's always fun. It doesn't matter what I'm painting. It's always a rewarding and pleasant experience. So he's taking on a bit of form, and I'll see you in a bit.